What was once a small fishing village is now the largest city in Vietnam.
See, this is my happy place.
The new fashionable cuisine in Ho Chi Minh City is predicated on very old ways of looking at food.
This is my worst nightmare. Pathogenic horror show.
Some very unusual resources. That's the mother of all rats.
It's a big one.
And a whole new street food scene catering to the youngest city in Asia.
That's so good. People come to this part of the world, and this is one of those real tastes of Vietnam. I'm Andrew Zimmern, and this is Bizarre Foods of Ho Chi Minh City.
After hundreds of years of foreign occupation and international conflict, the city once known as Saigon is coming into its own as the country's most economically vibrant municipality. Ho Chi Minh City is undeniably the epicenter of Vietnam's Cultural Revolution, driven by the entrepreneurial spirit you see in the hectic markets and the trendiest neighborhoods. The metropolitan area is vast, covering more than 800 square miles, but you can see the transformation when you explore the local food scene, from the hip urban tastes of the city center to the small family farms at the outer edges. Farmers have been creating new opportunities for themselves every time the rice gets harvested. The new generations are now interested in their other cash crop.
You know what that is? That's teeny-weeny little rat tenderloin. No joke.
Rice is a Vietnamese staple, and rice fields are an ideal place for rats to live. There's plenty of grain to eat, water to drink, straw to hide in. That is, until the combine shows up, which happens 3 times a year. Kiki Lei brought me here as an excuse to see today's rat harvest.
When was the last time you went rice field rat hunting?
This is my first time.
Kiki is what people here call Viet Kieu, ethnic Vietnamese born abroad and now returning to the homeland. Raised in Sweden, she's now pursuing a modeling career in Ho Chi Minh City and making new discoveries about her family's homeland. At harvesting time, local farmers like Mr. Quang put out a call to Mr. Lan and his experienced crew of rat catchers.
So they work hand in hand with the farmers, so when the tractor is rolling and doing their thing, the sound will terrify the rats, and that's when they come out of hiding.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I should also point out this is dangerous. Do you guys have scars from the rats?
Lúc đi bắt chuột ấy, anh có bị sẹo, có bị nó cắn không?
Có chứ.
So like these small scars are all like bites.
Small price to pay for the feast of fresh meat at the end of a successful hunt.
Do they go in front of the combine or behind?
Cái xe này sẽ đi đằng trước hay là đằng sau mình ạ? So basically we're going to be behind them because when the machine goes this way, all the rats will run the opposite direction.
At first, nothing happens. We thought the rodents took off when they heard us coming.
It is amazing. We clear out a whole field and there's not a one.
They're very smart, you know.
See, here comes the last strip.
We got it!
That's the mother of all rats.
It's a big one. Oh my goodness! Oh, I think there's another one. They're on the hunt.
Tell you something, this is a good hunt. He's got one, he's got two, he's got one.
Wow!
2 different species so far, several different sizes. This guy is a monster. That's a 2-pound rat.
Sometimes the farmers will catch 30 rats in one field. Today, we've got 9. Well, 10 actually. I'm going to count the big one as 2.
Well, that was pretty fantastic. You ready for your first grilled rat lunch?
Kind of hungry after the chasing.
Catching and eating rats has been a regular food source for these rural communities for generations. So when we get back to the farmhouse, Sao, Mr. Quang's mother, has been waiting for us. She prepares the herbs while Mr. Land skins and butchers the rats.
He literally just splits the entire thing all the way up to the lower jawbone and just takes everything out, and then he's going to wash the heck out of it.
The rat carcasses are rinsed 5 times to make sure that they're clean and ready to cook. People who think of rats as dirty, disgusting garbage eaters have never seen one fresh from the field, living only on a diet of fresh rice and clean water.
See the little pile of yellow and white intestine and stuff like that? And you can see the heart right there and all of its organs. You know, there's no damage, there's no spotting on them, there are no growths. So this is a very healthy animal.
The smaller rats will go in the wok. The big ones will go on the grill. The biggest has to be cut in half so it cooks at the same rate as the others. Grilled or stir-fried, they get the same traditional marinade.
See, at this point, if you hadn't seen them being caught, you would just be salivating, smelling that lemongrass and chili and ginger and garlic and spices and fish sauce on meat.
Food like rat, eaten historically only in rural homes, is becoming popular in urban centers like Ho Chi Minh City. Health scares about bird flu have people looking for alternatives to chicken, duck, and quail. Many Vietnamese born in the cities are seeking out these rootsy foods and discovering how good rat can taste. The youngest at the meal brings the rice to the table.
Would you please let everybody know truly how grateful I am for this? So thank you.
Andrew thấy rất là nóng lòng ấy là được bà mời vào nhà của bà và cũng mời cả nhà.
We're gonna try first fried or grilled. I'm gonna go for a grilled leg. So good.
How is it?
Fantastic. The sweetness of that meat is because of its diet. It's got the mild flavor of poultry, but the stickiness and the mouthfeel of pork.
The chewiness and the texture, I really like.
Time to try a fried piece. Wow, what a great treat. That's the itty-bitty roasted heart of a tiny little rat. Got left behind in the cleaning process. I am so lucky.
Okay, so these were the smaller rats. This is the big rat that we call the alpha male one.
The big rat was grilled over hot coals and basted using a lemongrass spear.
The big one is really sweet.
Wow. What a treat. I'll take this over chicken any day because it's sweeter, it's stickier, it's meatier, but it's not as rich as pork.
Yeah.
Rice field rats, baby. That right there, pure eating pleasure.
As you move from farm country to the city outskirts, people are capitalizing on traditional foods like porcupine.
They're huge.
They're also a booming business.
I love the smell of porcupine in the early evening in Ho Chi Minh City.
The energy of Ho Chi Minh City is fired by the entrepreneurial spirit of both the Viet Q and the older generations. Cu Chi is a sleepy little community on the outskirts of town. During the war, it was a Viet Cong command center. The famously extensive underground tunnel system they used is still here. So are some of the people who once lived and fought in them. Mr. An is a former Viet Cong. He's now a farmer. And you guessed it, an independent businessman. He raises pigs and chickens, but Kiki wants to show me some of his less conventional livestock. He raises pythons for their skin.
That's a massive snake.
It's over 50 kilos, over 100 pounds.
Oh my God.
The primary cash crop for Mr. An's farm is his porcupines.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God, they're so cute!
They're huge.
While the rural population traditionally caught porcupines and other critters to provide food for their families, Urbane Vietnamese now consider their meat a delicacy.
Look at the baby.
Yeah. Are the little ones with their parents?
Mấy cái con bố mẹ của mấy con bé là ở đâu ạ?
2 tháng.
2 tháng. So porcupines start weaning after 2 months. That's when you start separating them from their mothers. 2 months.
Farmers like Mr. An are raising porcupines to meet the growing demand.
I really am not trying to be funny here, but that animal at 5 days old has little spikes on it. Isn't it a difficult birth?
Thấy mình nó trốn, con nó trốn.
Cho con hỏi.
1 ngày sau nó cứng luôn.
Oh, so when they're newborns, it's really soft, and then after a few days, it's starting to harden really quickly.
All right.
So yeah.
Good to know.
In porcupine farming, demand exceeds the supply. This is not the kind of animal you can mass produce easily. Mr. An's farm only sells about 15 porcupines a month. He's guaranteed a good price. Restaurants like Quan Dong Quay are paying top dollar for good quality porcupine and charging about $200 for a porcupine 4-course meal. I get the sense that owner and chef Vo Minh Tuan has never seen an American deliver his own dinner alive in a bag.
Where do you want them?
This is a whole animal restaurant. Instead of getting meat from a butcher shop, Tuan breaks down his own animals and utilizes every cut. There's no refrigerator, so the animals are dispatched to order. Skinning a porcupine is challenging. You have to remove the quills without damaging the layers of skin and fat that's underneath. That's the most delicious part of this animal.
And you can see the thin muscle in that fat and then that piece of meat underneath that moves the whole carpet of skin. That makes that some really tasty eating.
The porcupine skin and fat are stir-fried with 5 spices and turmeric, then braised in a mixture of soy sauce and coconut milk. Mushrooms, carrots, and onions are added at the last minute.
I love the smell of porcupine in an early evening in Ho Chi Minh City.
Out front, the porcupine ribs and belly arrive marinated in onion, garlic, coriander, 5-spice, oil, and ginger, ready to grill here at the table.
Yeah, these are those beautiful ribs.
Lots of flavor.
All that charred meat and fat, delicious. That right there, pure eating pleasure. Brown is the color of flavor.
What they've been cooking in the kitchen isn't half bad either.
Oh, this is the skin, the part that you're really excited about.
There is that beautiful, I've never had it braised before.
Like it?
It's like beef tendon,
Yeah.
you know? Yum, yum, yum. It's only slightly cartilaginous. And I like it because it's not fatty. You know, it's just textural.
The fresh organs are steamed with galangal root, a rhizome like ginger, favored all over Southeast Asia. The offal is served with shiso leaf as a filling for spring rolls. Chef Tuan insists on showing me the first roll.
Perfect. Little piece of liver. I like the liver. Thank you.
Like it?
That's ridiculous. Mildly spicy. The herbs in there are phenomenal. But some of the meat there mixed in with the organs, and they're really clean. There's nothing organy about them.
You've had porcupine before, right?
Never the innards.
Oh.
Wow. That's fantastic. If I didn't know, I would guess this is pork with the meat from the shoulder and the stomach.
Yeah.
Closing my eyes, the liver has the texture of fried tofu and tastes like extremely mild meat, almost like veal.
It tastes like pork, though.
These days, young Vietnamese like Kiki and her friends seek out these traditional cooking experiences.
When I was last in Vietnam 4 or 5 years ago, everyone your age wanted to eat pizza and fettuccine bolognese, and now it seems that all the young people in this country want to embrace the traditional foods of their grandparents.
Yeah. I think we're definitely
Nationalism.
more open to it.
Open to eating traditional foods is one thing. How about collecting them in the middle of a biohazard zone?
This is one of the most horrifically smelling environments I've ever been in. Oh!
This 6-story building in the Binh Thanh section of Ho Chi Minh City is a family home, a multi-million-dollar enterprise, and a giant urban aviary. It's a family business, turning birds' nests into food and big profits.
The absolute filth and degradation here is in a way sort of necessary because this is a gajillion-dollar factory.
The Dewan family, Bin, Cook, and their son, Vin Phuc, have their retail space on street level. Vin Phuc, his wife and child, live above the store. The birds get the upper floors and the penthouse. Kiki is eager to see how this business is run, and so am I. Kiki is Viet Q, living here now after growing up abroad, so the ancient tradition of turning birds' nests into food is something new for her.
Do you like bird's nest?
Oh, I didn't grow up eating it.
These nests are made from the bird's own spit and vomit and have been a prized ingredient in Asian cuisine for centuries. This is also one of the most expensive food ingredients on the planet, selling for about $4,500 a pound. In Asia, their value is tethered to their wellness component, not their flavor.
So this is basically like a health food. It supposedly increases your immune system, makes you stronger, and so this
It's a superfood.
It's just like a superfood.
Traditionally, birds' nests were only harvested from caves or cliffs. Finding them was unpredictable, and collecting them was dangerous. The Dewans collect theirs by walking upstairs.
The more protective gear that you get on the way in, the greater the excitement. This is my worst nightmare. Pathogenic horror show.
Oh my God.
With more than 3,000 birds, every floor is covered 2 inches deep with bird droppings, feathers, interrupted only by garbage sacks of guano, plastic bins of fetid water to keep the rooms humid, and the smell of horrific decay and rot.
This is one of the most horrifically smelling environments I've ever been in. It's
The strong smell of ammonia is overbearing.
Is everywhere.
The bird droppings are shoveled once a month. The pools of dead water are only topped off as needed.
See the one up in the little nest?
Oh! Did it bite you?
No, but it thinks that I'm ready to feed it. Either that or it wanted to mate with my hand.
The birds are swiftlets, insectivores that usually nest and breed in caves. After studying the birds, Bin and Vin Phuc took a gamble 10 years ago and converted the top stories of their building into a swiftlet-friendly environment. Vin Phuc's research showed them how to attract the birds using recorded and amplified bird calls. It's working. Right now, there are over 2,000 swiftlets right where I'm standing.
Chim bao nhiêu lâu? Dạ, khoảng 1 tháng.
1 tháng?
Dạ.
Wow, okay. So each nest is the work of 2 birds. And then they have eggs, and then they'll have to take care of their babies for another month before the babies are ready to fly out, and that's when you can harvest the bird's nest.
No empty nesters here, but there's still another floor and the penthouse.
Oh my goodness. This is just an old building, floor after floor of carnival show horror stories.
So he was saying that this floor is a bit newer, so there's not that many birds yet.
Don't touch anything.
Trust me, I won't.
Wow.
Oh, the smell up here is like on a whole new level.
Vin Phuc says keeping the place any cleaner might disturb the birds, and the birds keep his family business rolling along.
Birds are comfy here, so you don't want to do anything to upset this natural process because these guys have a gold mine that just came to them in the city.
The family harvests about 100 nests per month. This part of the job is so easy, even amateurs can do it.
Oh, look at this guy, he's hungry. Hi. He thinks I'm its mommy. Baby's right there. Itty bitty baby. And there's another little baby right there. But this one, that's a dry hole.
The nests are typically packaged and sold. When you own the place, they can be prepared immediately. Freshly picked nests still have feathers, food, flotsam and jetsam embedded in them. Soaking them in water removes some of that and softens the nest. Then, all the other crapola can be separated from the nest threads.
These guys are thorough.
When the work is done, the clean threads go straight into a pot of soup that can cost you $50.
What broth is she using to start this? Poultry? Chicken broth?
No, this is a dessert.
It's a dessert?
Yeah.
The bird's nest is simmered in duck broth, seasoned with rock sugar and lotus seed.
The bird's nest gives it a faintly poultry aroma. And there's nothing sweet smelling about it. There's no caramelization on the sugar.
Mùi sen và mùi yến nó quyện lẫn với nhau, có mùi thơm đặc trưng.
So basically, he's saying the flavor of the bird's nest goes really good hand in hand with lotus seeds. So that's why they have
Delicious.
creates harmony.
This was not your thing. Do you like it in the dessert format?
I have to be honest, it's good, but I don't know if it's $150 good.
Agreed. This stuff lacks flavor or culinary appeal unless it's taking up space in a great soup. In Ho Chi Minh City, the love affair is based on its health benefits, and the soaring demand keeps the Duan family business flying high.
Oh, see, this is my happy place.
Want to experience the city's tastiest spirit of free enterprise?
This is the sour, bitter, funky, fishy intensity that this country is known for.
Visit its grittiest market.
Salty.
Yeah, that real.
Very salty.
In Vietnam, just about everybody has something to sell. Ban Chao Market is a little rough around the edges, but it's where the locals come to shop for anything from tonight's dinner to tomorrow's good fortune. This girl is selling little birds. Well, actually, their freedom for the equivalent of a few dollars. Releasing a bird in a superstitious culture allows the believers to buy some good luck. Mine was that I got to spend the morning with Sin Nguyen. He's a chef who often shops at Ban Chao.
How do you feel about the market?
To me, this is where real people spend their time. This is the soul of a city. It's the heartbeat of a city, you know?
Sin knows it better than most. Just 6 years ago, he was at Ban Chao struggling to survive as a homeless teenager.
Before, I don't have a lot.
Sure.
So I don't have the house. Yeah. So I live on the streets.
In those days, Sin would scrape up enough loose change to buy a batch of Ban Da Lon. They're sweet cakes that Sin could acquire for a few pennies.
So you used to buy these and resell them for more money
Yeah.
so that you could eat and live. You were a businessman.
Yeah.
Ban Da Lon are steamed layer cakes made of mung bean paste, rice flour, coconut milk, and sugar.
So I'm peeling them. They're sticky.
Yes.
Oh, and you can smell
Yeah.
the sweet toasted rice in there, right?
Yeah. So I like it. It is my favorite food. How you feel?
Beans, rice, and sugar is a really nice combination.
Yeah.
People come to this part of the world, and this is one of those real tastes of Vietnam that they really hunger for.
Reselling food became Sin's way off the streets. He found his way to an organization called Koto, where they teach homeless kids kitchen skills so they can find jobs. He's now moved up from student to instructor. In Ho Chi Minh City, there are thousands and thousands of desperate kids uprooted and left behind by the region's explosive growth. Working at Koto is Sin's way of helping them find a way up and out, just like he did.
We have a famous saying that says, pass it on.
but most have trouble practicing that. You're very inspirational. Sin knows this market well, including the best place to eat bun riao.
I will order one.
Yeah.
Or you check?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Bun riao is a rice noodle soup with blood cake, meat or fish cake, tomatoes, chilies, and a whole lot of awesome.
How do you feel about it?
It's so balanced. The broth, look, the ingredients are great. The flavor is sour, salty, bitter, sweet, all at once. But her broth is unbelievable. Is this pig blood or duck blood? Pig? It's so mild. All the textures are so good.
Yeah.
The herbs, the crunch of the bean sprout, the softness of the noodle, the fried elements that are soaked in the broth, the tomatoes. I mean, this is, there's 15, 16 textures in here.
Vietnamese food is ironically built around the polar opposites of freshness and preservation, on boldly contrasting textures and flavors. A chef has to know the best places to buy ingredients that are the essential building blocks of the cuisine.
Oh, see, this is my happy place. Fermented fish and shrimp paste, crab paste, pickled vegetables. This is the sour and bitter and funky, fishy intensity that this country is known for.
Yeah. The food space of Vietnam.
Yeah.
Sin gets a handful of toothpicks and permission to taste samples.
This is mắm ruốc.
Mam Ruk is fermented shrimp paste and the backbone of much of the cuisine here.
That's very clean. How old? How long was it fermented?
Cái này làm bao nhiêu?
Xào thịt ba rọi.
Không. About 6 months.
6 months.
Yeah.
It's really clean. And it comes on salty and fishy, and then it finishes very sweet. And while the flavor is spoiled for sure, it's spoiled in the way great cheese is spoiled or aged meat is spoiled. This is the greatest expression of the flavor of this food.
These are all cooking ingredients, not finger food. As a chef, you need to know what all your ingredients taste like. So it's important to eat things like these little salted and fermented fish just as they are. This is Mum Ga Linh.
So this is fermented for a month,
Yeah.
and these are washed and then put in used to seasoned noodle soup.
Yeah.
All right.
Salty.
Yeah, that real.
Very salty.
Này là để pha chế. Pha chế. Pha chế mới ra món ăn.
The flavor is very strong. They're very juicy. I think this is better used to cook with than eat plain.
Yeah. Pour the lemon fruit and a little bit sugar, a little bit garlic.
If I put lemon, sugar, and garlic
Yeah.
on my shoe, I could eat it because it's so good. You know, I mean, pounded or chopped up, this is very good as a seasoning
Yeah.
for something else.
After a mouthful of fermentation, I need something sweet to forget about what just happened.
So now we will show you some dessert.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
It pays to stick with someone who knows this place like the back of his hand. There is one, and only one vendor here selling a dessert I've never seen before.
Sticky rice, rolled out thin, stuffed with bananas, grilled until it's toasty and crispy, and then doused with sweetened coconut milk.
Yeah.
This is beautiful.
Cảm ơn nha. Cảm ơn.
What is she saying?
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, no, it's unbelievable.
Yeah. The name Việt Nam bánh chuối nướng.
Bánh chuối nướng?
Yeah, bánh chuối nướng.
Bánh chuối nướng, baby. Who knew bánh chuối nướng?
Yeah.
I did not.
In its entrepreneurial energy, Ban Chiao represents the rising tide of Ho Chi Minh City's economy. What's even more hopeful is the kind of spirit represented by my friend Sin, reaching back to help other people up the same ladder that he's climbing.
I try every day because sometimes I can do it. I can help them. So I try.
And then they pass it on.
Yeah.
And then they pass it on.
Yeah.
That's how you lift up a whole culture.
I think so.
You're proof.
When day turns to night,
This is awesome!
the newest generation of Ho Chi Minh City comes alive.
This is the catalyst spot in the entire city for youth street food.
You cannot come here and not eat these. This is so ridiculously delicious.
Vietnam is a young country. 60% of the population is under the age of 36. You can see it on any given night when young people take to the streets in force. Like many young people here, Kyle Lay is Viet Q. Born and raised in Southern California, moving to Vietnam after growing up abroad. Kyle's a school teacher and the creator of Sojournaling Vietnam, a vlog he makes in his free time. Kyle has given himself the inexhaustible assignment of documenting his Vietnamese adventures, much of which revolves around food. If you want to see youth culture in Ho Chi Minh City, you have to hang with young people. So, I got a scooter.
Oh, God, this is awesome!
I'm doing what every guidebook and travel agent tells you not to, riding a scooter in the city.
Are we not supposed to obey the traffic lights?
No, the lights are for decoration.
Oh, the lights are for decoration!
So this is kind of like the perfect way to experience Vietnam, yeah, with incoming traffic.
No, this is the best way to experience
This is the only way.
Vietnam.
In a young person's town, cruising is the accepted way to socialize and hunt for the best street food.
Where's the first eating stop?
The first stop is near the Notre Dame Cathedral. We're sandwiched right underneath the Virgin Mary statue.
The cathedral was built almost 150 years ago when Vietnam was a French colony, across the street from Paris Square.
This is the catalyst spot in the entire city for youth street food.
This is also the world's smallest restaurant.
There's a reason why this stand looks less than permanent. Vendors aren't allowed in this park.
So, bánh tráng nướng is actually very simple. It's a round, dry piece of rice paper mixed with onions, leeks, pork bits, quail egg cracked over, mixed around, some prawns, some shallots grilled over a bucket of charcoal. There you go.
The char on the rice paper, you have that wonderful smoky flavor.
And now I know why the egg is there, because it's the glue that holds everything together as it sort of sets a little bit. That's delicious.
This was not available when my parents were here. So this kind of shows that evolution of Vietnamese cuisine, and now the local people are not afraid to try and experiment with their food.
To me, the most thrilling thing about this is the aspect of entrepreneurship, because one little scupper of coal, a couple of pounds of ingredients, and they are a restaurant. Not only is it small, but it's incredibly efficient. This is brilliant. The food party ends when the vendor picks up her stand and walks away fast, spooked by the local police. Around the corner, Mai Swan Khan specializes in all things duck.
So I don't want people to think that the Vietnamese people eat duck tongue for dinner every day, right? It's not about that. It's more about once in a while, friends will come together, even on a weekday, right? And they'll drink beer, sip, munch on some tongue.
Sure, I mean, you've devoted the last couple years of your life to creating these videos and trying to show people that this is what it's all about.
Right, right. There's culture and that there's activity. It's a place that you can live and just explore.
What do your parents think about all this?
I feel like they want me to fail and then come home.
Of course. They work their whole lives to leave here. But the fact of the matter is that their Vietnam is literally a thing of the past.
Right.
You know, it's now your Vietnam, and it's much different.
It's moving forward very, very quickly, and I'm glad I'm a part of it.
The grilled duck offal is absurdly delicious, especially the livers and kidneys.
Wow.
And the duck tongue is some of the tastiest meat and fat on the animal.
That's so good. If you like eating at all, you cannot come here and not eat these. This is so ridiculously delicious. Crispy, fatty barbecue, sweet, spicy, salty, crispy poultry skin. Words fail me. Be careful for the little bones. They're
The young people in this town navigate from one spot to another in search of yet another place to socialize or the next snack, or both.
So this is Turtle Lake, and it's a roundabout in the middle of the city.
Yeah.
Young people come here for some great street food.
Well, they come here to snuggle in the dark.
With street food.
With street food. There's so many people there. Look.
Near the iconic staircase in Turtle Lake Park is a popular vendor who serves salad in a sack.
So this is bánh tráng trộn, or literally mixed up rice paper. It is a rice paper-based green salad that school children love. Green mango.
Yeah. Oh, green mango.
Green mango, black beef jerky, regular beef jerky, squid jerky, peanuts, peppers from Salt and Peppers, the prawns that you love so much. So you try to get your face as close to the bag as possible.
I should just slip these two things over my ears. It's like a horse bag. This may be one of the best things I've eaten in a long time. That's ridiculous. Such a simple idea. I mean, it's chewy, it's crisp. The green mango is insane. 40 ingredients, you can taste every single one of them. Sour, salty, bitter, and sweet.
Everybody's different, right?
It's insane. It's insane. You know what this is? This is Vietnam in a bag. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, in a plastic bag.
Plastic bag. Cheap food for young people served late at night that your parents wouldn't recognize.
At the epicenter of late-night street food is Snail Street, where bigger is sometimes better.
I love big conch like that.
When it comes to sucking snails, hidden surprises come in small packages.
Bang. I heard it. Touchdown.
In Ho Chi Minh City, the locals call this place Snail Street. It's part of the neighborhood of the old Saigon port. What was once a rough, crime-ridden waterfront is now a gathering place for the city's hip, younger crowd to eat, socialize, and check each other out. Great food and cute girls mean Kyle is a regular on Snail Street. So is my friend Tao Trang, who suggested we meet her at her favorite Snail Street restaurant. Tao is a rising pop star, born in the city she calls by its original name, Saigon. She's also a certified food geek.
I'm thrilled that we could meet you here because everyone tells me that this is your spot. What do you love about Snail Street?
Noisy.
Yep.
That's why I'm here in Saigon, because it's noisy, crowded,
Yep.
and the food here is fantastic.
The first plate is a classic. Vietnamese shellfish meets processed food.
What's on the scallops?
Cheese. No, it's good.
And you know, Vietnamese cheese is world famous. Cheese.
Cheese
Really?
Yeah. Another favorite dish of mine.
What kind of cheese? Velveeta?
I have no idea.
New food. Seriously, your parents would not recognize that.
You're good.
You're both wrong. That was awful.
Really?
Yes. It's a crime to do that to a scallop.
It's good.
They're all yours.
Kyle and Tao are ordering up a cross-section of Snail Street favorites. Snails is the local shorthand for all types of shellfish, steamed clams in rice wine, crab, spiced with salt and chilies,
This is fantastic.
conch, served with morning glory.
I love Morning Glory. I love big conch like that. And you know, they know how to cook snail like that. I mean, just fly it through a warm kitchen. More people should discover the glories of Morning Glory. Super sweet. Really grassy. It reminds me of a sort of a citric artichoke.
Snails really are the favorite food on Snail Street, and the Vietnamese have centuries of practice at making them taste fantastic. Babylonian snails are a Pacific Ocean variety, very pretty, but often considered too rubbery and fishy tasting to make for good eating. I love them. The trick is to cook them in the shell with chili, sugar, and salt, with more chili and salt at the table.
How is it?
This was fantastic. There's an earthy, sort of funky quality that snails have, and texturally, they're so unique that cooked in their own shell with lots of chilies and salt is about as good as food gets.
I agree with you. That's the best tonight.
But I feel like I want to dip this into the cheese.
Auckland is lovingly nicknamed the sucking snail. The opening in the shell of this mollusk is too narrow to use a traditional snail pick, so you have to pucker up to get the meat.
What's the trick?
Well, the trick is, sometimes if you suck this way, it's not come out.
Yep.
You suck this one
And it loosens it.
again.
Yeah.
And then you suck it back. Okay. You ready? Okay. Suck it.
Yeah,
And then
and
we
it
suck.
loosens, and then bang. I heard it. Touchdown.
Yes, it's come out.
That's so good. These are swimming in sweet coconut milk.
Okay. Let's try.
Look around. It's undeniable. Ho Chi Minh City is alive and thriving. The millennials here understand the great resources they have inherited, and they're celebrating.
So you glad I picked this place?
There's nothing about tonight that I'm not thrilled with,
Except the cheese thing.
except for you and the scallop cheese thing.
Okay.
I could not have a better pair of companions to enjoy a night on Snail Street with.
Likewise.
Seriously.
Thank you very much.
Unbelievable. I love this city. I love this city.
You can see it everywhere. Ho Chi Minh City is what most cities dream of being. Young people here aren't just watching it grow and change, they're recreating this city. New ideas, time-tested traditions, and Vietnam's fearless youth culture have taken this country to places that were unimaginable a decade ago. So just remember, the next time you're in Ho Chi Minh City, if it looks good, eat it.